yeah, don't really have much to say about this one. So that's kind of a lie. I actually do have a lot to say about this one. I picked up a 99 KX250 in boxes that's been torn apart for roughly 10 years after it was drowned out in a pond. Nothing's labeled, nothing's put together, obviously. I've got some extra parts. Oh, and there's some 89 KX125 parts mixed in with this, so that makes it a little bit easier. I love a story on a bike, and this one has a story. So, if you want to grab your favorite beverage, maybe some popcorn, some tissues to wipe the tears of laughter, joy, or complete sadness. All right, welcome back. Let's dig right into this one and get to the nitty gritty. A friend of mine I went to high school with bought a brand new KX250 in 99. It's pretty cool, pretty trick. These were just coming out. This is the new body style from the 98. Completely changed. This is 99 to 02, I believe, but this is definitely verified in 99. So, fast forward, graduation, yada, yada, yada. Probably about 2010, 2012, he was riding. He was a kind of a woods rider, didn't do much motocross. He buried the bike in a mud puddle. Pretty mechanical guy. So he brought it home and did what anybody did, drain the oil, antifreeze, all the fluids, and he proceeded to pull the whole thing apart. And when I say whole thing, I mean every single nut and bolt is out of this thing. Right down to the two bolts that hold the power valve flap onto the arm. So I'm going to have to be doing a little bit of research as far as that, because the transmission's all pulled apart. Now, I've had this bike for roughly about a year and a half. When I won the Broke to Built contest with the 87 CR500 in 2022, he called me up that summer and said that he was moving and he had to get it out of the basement. So back and forth, he actually ended up giving me the bike. He saw what I was doing and wanted to see this bike brought back to its former glory, so I said I'd be glad to do that. It's a big undertaking. It's a really big undertaking. There's a lot of parts here. Again, nothing's labeled, nothing's organized. I did the best I could when I picked it up. I tossed some stuff in here, some stuff in there, engine parts, brake parts together. Mixed in with that are some 89 KX125 parts. So I have gotten most of those separated and figured out what goes where. But the key things appear to be here. I have a swing arm, I have wheels, I have suspension. I actually have two shocks for it, subframe, gas tank. I'm missing a seat. I've noticed that. So today, I think the plan is to kind of build this thing up to see what I'm really missing. I don't have any bearings for the lower triple clamp, so that will seriously impede me being able to put the forks on it and making this thing a roller. Bearings in the wheels, obviously everything needs to be replaced, but the spacers, I have a couple, not four, to do a set of wheels. So I'm hoping that somebody like Pivot Works or somebody like that has the spacers available. I know Moose sells them separately. Hardware for this bike is not here, I guess the best way to describe it. I've got a box full of some torque, some metric, a lot of Allen keys. It looks like maybe some KTM bolts were used on this because they've got a different style head. So I'm going to dig into this thing full bore, I guess. just haven't really figured out a direction. I want to do a budget build. Up here in the Northeast, obviously, it's not riding season. I've got a bunch of buddies that do a series called J-Day or P27 Off-Road, which is they take a motocross track and add a woods loop to it. It's like 60% moto, 25-30% woods, maybe more moto, and depending on where it's at, and like a 10% extreme section where you ride over some logs, some tires. Southwick used to actually have a really big wall. They do it at Winchester Speed Park, Southwick, Heman's up in Maine. And the woods are my backyard. Now, that being said, I haven't ridden the woods in probably 15 years. So that I could go that direction on this bike, maybe like a J-Day off-road wood style bike, 18-inch rear wheel. I could do the Moto tank on that, or I could get a bigger tank. I really have to see the condition of this tank. The Cowies of this generation are known to have the brass inserts pull out, which is no big deal. There's fixes for that, but if that's the case and the tank has a hole in it, now we're in trouble because you can't find these gas tanks. Like I said, I know I need a seat. I do have a Pro Circuit pipe for this thing that is, from what I gather, pretty hard to come across. It's the 99 250P, so it's a platinum Pro Circuit pipe. Stinger silencer. It's got a Hinson basket in it. There's some transmission stuff there. Yeah, we're just treading water with whatever we've got here. So going to make the best of what I can and go from there. I think I'm gonna try to build it and see what I got. Try to assemble some subsections, I guess, maybe some suspension. Definitely gonna have to reach out to Spec Bolt on this one and get a full restoration kit. Either way, let's see what we can do. All right, so I gotta pick a direction to go with just to get this rolling. Something's gotta happen here. Gonna start with the frame, subframe, swing arm. Get all that stuff down in the powder coater. Alright, now as you can see from the last clip, we loaded up the frame and trip clamps and subframe to bring down the powder coaters. He's going to get that all taken care of for us. Still got the swing arm over there. Honestly, I just ran out of time and I wanted to try to get some things running. I had another load of parts I had to bring down to him. So swing arm will be next. We'll pull that apart, degrease it, get all the bearings and everything out. We're going to have that Cerakoted a Glacier Silver. Frame should be done in a week or so. I've got a bunch of vapor blasting backed up here for some customers and a couple other guys that are buying parts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have some busy work that's not too entertaining for you guys. So I started filming this before Christmas, the holidays and stuff like that. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, good holiday, good New Year's. I'm gonna get jumping into this vapor blasting. It's almost done. Next video, give me a couple weeks. I should have some cases to vapor blast, start rebuilding the bottom end. I still have to send out the crank. No real rush on this one, but it's going to be a good one. So I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the show.